Hello and welcome back. Behold, Basabur, mighty champion, hunter of Plaques. Yes, welcome back, friends. Apparently, hunting Plaques is an important deed here in the ancient city of Anuminas, and we're finishing it by discovering the plaque of Ekad Gartadir itself. If we could, of course. Ah, yes. And now we have even been awarded the title, Sage of the Sunken City, apparently. We're a sage. Really? Defend Anuminas? Wait, is that a new deed? Hold on, guys. I need to know. I don't think so. Good. In any case, welcome back, friends. This will be somewhat of a messy episode, so I apologize in advance because we have to finish a bunch of deeds and some of that is not straightforward. But we'll try to finish them all if we could. What happened since last time we saw each other is I leveled up and I'm now level 43, which has allowed me to devote a new class trait or a point into the class traits. So we're developing a new skill, Deep Strikes, which adds a very useful bleeding ability to my all my strike skills as long as they yield a critical hit. Currently, my critical hit is, or chance to crit for melee attacks is 27.7, which is not shabby. So investing critical ratings now, or rating, would be extra useful for me because of the bleeds. Anyways, we also spent an exorbitant amount of money to just get a better bow, and as you know, my range weapon is not so critical for me as being a champion, but still, we got the carved Lebaton bow of precision, which gives us a little extra damage, which is not so important, but it also gives us extra critical rating. So that's good. So that's what we have. I think we're good now. Maybe we can just sell this thing real quick. And then...
What do you need?
Let's focus on the deeds. So one thing that is called Leaders of the Invasion deed is something that I hope we can finish today. If not, it's not a big deal. But they're all around Anuminas, so we have to defeat three more major enemies here. Agoruhir, Siridan, and Unak. And for that, first I think we have to head this way. On the way too, we should be able to finish one of the advanced layer deeds, which would be the one avoiding the big brutes, as I call them. But let's see. Let's hold on for a second here and check. Okay, so Unak is the one I'm curious to find first. We have to cross the bridge that way, apparently, and then head for the... Well, yeah. Of course, there'll be a bunch of people trying to stop us here. Yes, I have to be careful here, for sure. Oh man, we're already suffering. We're already dying. Great, wonderful. That's because I was not paying enough attention, of course. We should be fine, though. We should be fine. Well, as long as we're not attacked by everybody again too quickly, but I think we should be fine. Part of it is the lag. I have some issue with some lag, though this would not have saved us in this case. So I don't know what Unak looks like. However, I'm sure he looks different from all the rest of the dudes here, so... The only question is whether we'll see him or not. It is possible that he only spawns from time to time. And by spawn, I mean he only likes to hang out here from time to time. We shall see. We shall see. Marshal Fimdir. That's us. Have we ever talked to them? Can we talk to them? He's the Warden of Numinas. We never received a quest related to them, have we? No? It's a little strange. Okay, so Unak is supposed to be around here, guys. Maybe somebody defeated him before we came here. That's always a possibility. Or maybe he's taking a break. Maybe it's time for him. And then we have Hartadil here, another ranger, another named ranger, and Marshal Ambadanir. They don't want to talk to us either. Okay. Alright, well. He's a fallen Angmarim. Okay, so again, if we fail to complete this deed, that will be alright. I have prepared plenty of other deeds for completion, which involve Slayer deeds, so I'm sure we can finish those. In the meanwhile, we just have to be happy and jumping and merrily whistling to ourselves or something. Okay, so the Gotrok Warrior is one of the Slayer deeds we are interested in. And we're getting close to that one. Well, is it possible? There's no other way or no other place for Unak to be except in this area, from my understanding. However, since we've never encountered him, I might be missing something. Let me check. Oh yes, indeed. He has to be around here, so if he doesn't show his face soon, we'll have to move on. And probably won't even bother with the other guys, because we can't finish the deed unless all of them are defeated. No, I don't see... Unless he's behind here somewhere? Is there a possibility? Okay, it's worth double checking, right? Maybe we'll find something we haven't seen before too. On this side, maybe? Anything? No. Okay. Nice little corner here. Safe from the enemies. Who doesn't like nice little corners, huh? Who doesn't? Yeah. So, lookouts. Okay. Maybe he's a rare spawn. In which case, tough luck finding him. Oh, what if he's one that walks around though? Can that be? That can be. Can be. Yes. You dare attack me again? I don't like this one bit, guys. Doesn't look like he exists right now. So, yes, we have to do without him. We can't linger here forever. We have to move onwards. A lot of other things await us all around Middle-earth, so that's how it is. Okay, well in that case, guys, we'll continue straight from here towards where the big brutes like to walk and take their stroll. Which is down that way. Okay. On the way, have to defeat those inevitably. Could it be that they're this way? Nah, doubt it. Just a group of sorcerers and stuff. Okay. That's fine though, that's fine. Okay. Don't worry guys, as I said, this will be a more messy episode. But we shall achieve some certain things. Like defeating enough Gerturics. Okay. Any other people of interest here? No? Okay. Good. So, a few more, we're done with the city for now. Inevitably, we have to fight those guys, because the rest of the Gerturic are on the bridge and beyond. On the bridge and beyond. On the bridge and beyond. Don't you summon, lady. Don't you summon anything. There won't be time for that. Oh, you managed. Summon a lurker, okay. Okay. Too many of you guys. Too many. Okay. Those guys on the other side let me in. Fine. Hey, not complaining, you know? Okay. Next is this one. And then we only need 3 more. And I know their whereabouts too. There'll be 2 here. And there'll be some sleeping down below, down the stairs. Well, actually there's a 3rd one, so then we don't need to deal with that. Yes. My cry of relief and concentration at the same time. Oh, 3rd one, right away. I can handle 3 at the same time. And with that, we've completed the brutes from the north. Great. Now, of course, reached our virtue cap limit for determination. We might continue with compassion. Why not? Okay, good. So, next. Well, next we're going to the East Spires because somehow this area, which we have visited multiple times, contains 2 very elusive locations, which I only discovered after doing a bunch of other stuff. Or rather, one of them I haven't discovered yet. So let me tell you what that is all about. So the wilds of Evendim, features one location, which is the Swift Brook, which is not far from here. It's here. The Swift Brook is over here, which I showed you a couple of episodes before. And I failed to discover it earlier, surprising to me, because I was in this whole area defeating giants, defeating the wild wolfman here, right? And all that stuff. But now, another location, which is also close to here, which is the final one on the list, the Evemere, should be around here too. So again, that's a little surprising to me. The two locations, not one, but two, happen to be in the vicinity of this area, and somehow I missed them. Strange. So, anyways, it's supposed to be somewhere here, but being perplexed is not something that I enjoy when it comes too often. Being perplexed is just fine, but not when it's it can be an uncomfortable feeling, is what I'm trying to say. When things are obvious and yet they're not, if that makes sense. Is that the place that we failed to discover? We've been all around it, but we've never been in the middle of it, I guess. Oh, so silly of me. And here we are, guys. We have discovered the Evemere. Let's read about it. The Evemere represents the lower stretch of the largest tributary to Lake Evandim, fed by rapids from higher up the mountain and crashing down in great falls towards the lake below. The mere itself is a calm and placid place that was said to be much admired by travelers seeking quiet solace in the old days of Anaminas, before the city was abandoned, and many of the furthest shores of Evendim were reclaimed by the wilds. And we also finished, the Explorer of Evendim, so we did complete 2. Because of that, we've leveled up our Compassion all the way as well. Wow, not bad. Let's go with Discipline now. Okay, wonderful. So, the next thing would be to defeat the dead within Anuminas, which is somewhat of a strange thing. We don't encounter them anywhere in Anuminas except in location in a tomb. Let's see if I can quickly identify it. So it will be in Haut Valandil, where I've already been, and I'll explain one more thing once we get inside. But this Haut Valandil location is within the Numinas, and we've been there. We've been at the gates. It is, well, it's hard to see from here, but it's, let me think. It's in this area, on Til Anun, on the island of Til Anun. In any case, this is the only place where you can find dead, and so now we shall go just there. I have to launch an instance. The Lords of Umbar, sorcerers trained by Sauron, the great necromancer, seek to bring terror to Anuminas by raising the long-dead remains of Valandil, third king of Arnor, as a terrible wight. Only the most courageous of the free peoples will be able to put an end to their evil deeds. Now, I'm doing this solo, so I'm not actually completing the whole instance.
The Lords of Umbar, sorcerers trained by Sauron, the great necromancer, seek to bring terror to Anuminas by raising the long-dead remains of Valandil, third king of Arnor, as a terrible wight. Only the most courageous of the free peoples will be able to put an end to their evil deeds.
Yes, indeed. So we're not completing this entire instance by any means because we won't be able to. But we can defeat some of the lesser creatures here, including the Crypt Ravagers, which are Kergrim, which counts for our other Slayer deeds. But it's these guys, the Flashing Limraffant, that we need to defeat. So those guys counted both for the Limraffant Slayer deed and for the Dead Slayer deed. And because of that, I accidentally completed the Limraffant Slayer deed while offline. If you guys recall, along the river in the Barandalf is where we find those guys out in the wild and not in this spooky place. And that's where I worked on my Slayer deed from the Limraffen, hoping to show you guys how I defeat the last couple ones for the Advanced Slayer deed, but no. Unfortunately, I had to fight them here as well, and since they counted for both deeds, I finished the Limraffen's Slayer deed before I finished the dead one. So here we are though. But these Limraffens look very much like the ones we see along the Barandalf. So obviously the environment is very different, but their looks are very similar. And those Spectral Warriors are the ones that also count for the dead deed. So we're about to finish that. I must admit, these are pretty cute guys for hollow dead warriors. And here we are, completed spirits aiding Angmar. Very well. So with that, we can just simply leave the instance. And now we shall see. We have to finish the Kergrim deed as well as the Goblin deed, for which we have to travel. So I shall see you way over there at Tam Andalat. Apparently, the eastern shore is much more forgiving, and you can ride it all along if you have a proper goat like I do. I was impressed, yes. Once again, impressed, though in a good way this time. I was able to walk or ride all along the shore, along steep terrain, without any problem. And that helped me because now I can reach my destination, the Goblin place, faster. And I'll see you over there, guys. Alright, here we are at Tam Andalat. And you might think, well, defeating 30 goblins will take a while, but not really. Because all of those boggarts count separately, and there's so many. In addition to numerous regular goblins. So it won't take much time, actually. Yes, it won't. So here. Very well. The other interesting thing, guys, here is this Andy Eden guy, who I just defeated last time when I was dealing with the goblins here. And his wolfhound, unfortunately, who seems to be an innocent victim in all this. In any case, when I did that, I found an item on him, which I have in my possession. I just need to find it now. Oh yes, it's this old scroll fragment. This scroll fragment looks interesting, but it is illegible by itself. Perhaps in combination with other fragments, the original document can be restored. So now we actually have a proper quest guide, and not a deed, where we have to collect faded scroll fragments and worn scroll fragments, though I don't know from where. From other goblins? Or what? I have no idea. Apparently somebody else has the same idea of defeating goblins here. So actually, I need to figure out how to do that quest now, guys. Here we are. Well, actually, it'll take a little longer if other people are defeating the goblins for me to defeat enough for the deed, but no worries. It should still be pretty quick. So, the area here is not big anyways. So let's figure out though, in the meanwhile, how we could... I can just keep running. Yeah, that's what happens when you have competition in the game, and I believe the spawn rate is higher if other people defeat enemies in the same area to kind of compensate for that, but not sure how well this will pan out. So let's though check the LOTRO quest and see where can we find those other scroll fragments. I'm actually clueless, guy. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea where to find additional fragments. Is there a clue? Brigands and tomb robbers in the Vendi most likely hold the remaining fragments. Oh, so defeating more brigands and tomb robbers. Very funny. So it's all around us. Okay, got it. An ornamental blade here? Oh yeah, I believe we did this quest some time ago. Well guys, I don't want to get you too bored. I'll meet you once I'm ready to defeat the last goblin here. Alright my friends, finally here we are. Defeating the last couple of goblins, which will result in finishing the Goblin Slayer Advanced Deed. Great. And again, we reached the virtue cap, so maybe deal with empathy now. Good. Alright. So, I think that's good enough for this episode, guys. Next time will be a little messy again, but it should be fine. We'll collect the scroll fragments from around here. We'll finish with all Slayer deeds in the Vendim by defeating the Kergrim, which definitely won't take us long. And then I think we should go back to some of the old unfinished business we had at Fornost, where, if you guys recall, I have been defeated by Zantruk. And, well, not Zantruk, Ryamo, I think. And do an instance, a level 26 instance with a level 43 character, which we are, and I hope this time I'll be able to finish it just fine. But since we have done the instance before, except for the very last part where we have to defeat the main enemy, that's where we'll start at with the instance, and then maybe we'll continue with the next instance in the series, because there's a whole series of them, and that should be good. That should be good. So on that note, again, apologies for a slightly unpredictable and messy episode. Hope it was still fun, and I'll see you soon for more adventures. Goodbye.